Tell me something, gents. Here is a man who doesn't brag, doesn't show off, doesn't even try to prove anything, yet somehow still moves like the world quietly rotates around his presence. And then here's the crazy part. He's the only one who doesn't realize how powerful he actually is. Yeah, that's the Sigma male for you. Welcome back, gents. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button real quick, because the stuff we're about to unpack, it's the kind of truth that might just slap you into becoming the upgraded version of yourself. In this video, we're breaking down 10 reasons why Sigma men can't see their own greatness. Why the guy with the strongest mind, sharpest instincts, and most magnetic energy always thinks he's just normal. Spoiler alert, he's not. Stick around because this one is going to explain you better than you've ever been explained in your entire life. Let's dive in. Number 1, he thinks what he does is normal. Mini hook. The Sigma's baseline is other people's dream level. The wildest part about Sigma men, they don't realize their default settings are elite. A Sigma will think deeply, move intentionally, stay disciplined, protect his peace, work silently, avoid drama, solve problems calmly, and he'll act like it's nothing. You'll ask a Sigma, how do you stay so calm under pressure? He'll shrug, I don't know. I just do. He doesn't realize that most people panic like a laptop running Windows Vista. He thinks everyone has strong boundaries, a calm ego, good self-awareness, independent thinking, a quiet, powerful center. But nope, he's operating on a frequency most people will never touch, and he thinks it's normal behavior. That's why he can't see his own greatness. To him, excellence feels natural. Number 2, he doesn't need external validation. Mini hook. When you don't chase approval, you don't notice that others chase yours. Sigma men don't look for applause. They don't need praise. They don't need recognition. So guess what happens? They don't realize how incredible they actually are. Most men measure their worth through compliments, status, clout, social validation. But Sigmas? They're too busy minding their business and fixing their inner world. Because he isn't seeking approval, he often fails to notice how much people admire him. He doesn't see the double takes. He doesn't catch the respect. He doesn't hear the silent wow. He's not chasing validation, so he never pauses to notice he already has it. Number 3, his standards are ridiculously high, even for himself. Mini hook. The Sigma judges himself harder than the world ever could. Sigma men carry brutally high personal standards. They're their own toughest critics, their own biggest challenger, their own internal coach, drill sergeant, and quality inspector. But here's the twist. Because they set the bar so high, they constantly feel like they're not doing enough. They'll accomplish something most men would brag about for 3 to 6 business years, and the Sigma will say, it was okay. I could have done better. The man climbs a mountain and then complains about the view at the top. He can't see his greatness because he's always focused on the next level, never stopping to appreciate the levels he's already passed. Number 4, he has no desire to compete, so he doesn't realize he's winning. Mini hook. When you're not in the race, you don't notice you're ahead. Sigma men don't see other men as rivals. He's not comparing himself. He's not ranking himself. He's not worried about who's doing better or doing worse. He's playing his own game. But because he's not watching the competition, he doesn't realize he's outperforming almost everyone around him. Everyone else is trying to sprint. He's walking and still getting ahead. He doesn't see his greatness because he's not measuring himself through everyone else's chaos. He measures himself through his own growth, and that makes him quietly unstoppable. Number 5, his strength feels like a burden, not a flex. Mini hook. Sigma men don't feel powerful. They just feel responsible. Here's a truth most people miss. Sigma men are strong, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but instead of feeling superior, they feel responsible. Where others see leadership, wisdom, emotional control, stability, the Sigma sees things he must protect, people he must help, decisions he must think through, responsibilities he must carry. Greatness doesn't feel like greatness to him. It feels like duty. That's why he doesn't see his own power. He just sees the weight of it. Number 6, His solitude makes him forget what makes him special. Mini hook. When you're always alone, you don't realize others aren't built like you. Sigma men spend a lot of time alone. Reflection, deep thinking, self-work, quiet rebuilding, strategizing life like he's planning a heist. But solitude has a side effect. He doesn't see the contrast between himself and other men. He forgets. Most people can't stay alone without losing their mind. Most people fear silence. Most people avoid introspection. Most people crumble without external stimulation. He doesn't compare. He doesn't measure. He doesn't observe the crowd. So he doesn't realize how rare he is. He's a wolf thinking he's just another dog because he hasn't seen the pack in a while. Number 7. He assumes everyone has his level of emotional control. Mini hook. He doesn't know that calmness is a superpower. Sigma men don't lose their cool easily. They don't explode. They don't break down publicly. They don't react impulsively. When life throws chaos, the Sigma goes into calculated mode. But because he thinks clearly, he assumes everyone can do that. He doesn't realize how rare emotional discipline is. He thinks staying calm is normal, when in reality, it's one of the strongest signs of greatness. He doesn't see his own value because his strengths feel natural to him. Number 8. He doesn't see the impact he has on people. Mini hook. The Sigma walks into a room and changes the temperature without realizing it. Here's what Sigma men don't notice. People observe them. People study them. People copy their habits. People respect their silence. People follow their energy without being asked. He'll give someone a single sentence of advice, and that person will think about it for 5 years. He doesn't realize the effect he has because he's not trying to have an effect. He doesn't walk into rooms thinking, be impressive. He walks in thinking, where can I sit where nobody will bother me? And yet somehow, he becomes the most interesting person there. Number 9. He focuses on growth, not glory. Mini hook. He's too busy improving to stop and admire himself. Sigma men are always evolving, always learning, always improving, always refining their mindset, always working toward mastery of something, but growth has a side effect. You're constantly aware of your flaws, your weaknesses, your unfinished goals. Meanwhile, everyone else sees strength, discipline, intelligence, ambition, wisdom, mystery, presence. He sees who he wants to become. Others see who he already is. His greatness is visible to everyone but himself. Number 10. His humility blocks him from seeing his value. Mini hook. The Sigma is confident, but never arrogant. This is the final piece. The Sigma knows he's different. He knows he's disciplined. He knows he's capable, but he's allergic to arrogance. So he downplays himself, not because he lacks confidence, but because he refuses to inflate himself. His humility is real, not performative, not fake, not strategic. He genuinely sees himself as just a man doing his best. And that humility, that lack of ego, makes it hard for him to see the greatness the rest of the world sees clearly. He can't see his brilliance because he's too busy being grounded. Gents, if you felt this video in your soul, let me tell you something. You're not average. You're not ordinary. You're not just a guy. You are operating on a level most people will never reach. Not because you're trying to be special, but because you're simply being yourself. Your greatness is quiet, subtle, calm, internal, but it's there, and everyone around you can feel it. Start giving yourself credit. Start seeing what others already see. Start acknowledging the strength you've built through experience, solitude, and discipline. And if you want more Sigma-level insights like this, make sure you hit subscribe, because we're only getting started. Having said that, I'll see you in the next one, gents.